Now, just a little more on your end of day lesson for today. First, going into a relationship should be filled with hope and love and optimism, but it should have a healthy dose of reality. We are all different, we are all imperfect beings. And those imperfections are unfortunately what ends a lot of relationships. Are you prepared for that? Are you truly, truly prepared and ready for that? You're not always going to be right. They're not always going to be wrong. But it's so surface level that a lot of people come, and I'm not the only one, but I can only speak for myself. A lot of relationship readings are, does he like me? What does he think about me? And instead of it being that, and I get irritated because I'm like, these are questions you can ask them. Like, if it's a relationship, communication should be the first thing. You should be able to ask your partner anything. That's why I say it's so surface level, because people are so afraid to ask questions. You are supposed to be able to have uncomfortable conversations with your person or persons and have no fear of negative responses, no fear of abandonment, no fear of rejection. You're supposed to be able to trust your partner to have your absolute best interest in mind, that they will never do anything to intentionally hurt you. And you should want the same for them. You should do the same for them. So, when it comes to relationships, and I don't want this to end all all morose and depressing. Relationships are supposed to be fun. You're supposed to have way more good days than you do bad. Looking at my neighbor, it is unfair that he was pulled from her so soon. But we all know nothing is by accident. We all know everyone has their own purpose, and he fulfilled his. Now she is putting life back together as best as she can, and she'll do it. But she has decades to look back on. She has children. She has a house. She has all of these memories to look back on with this man. Just because he was poor early does not mean he did not live a long life. Are you prepared? Do you really want a relationship? Are you just in love with the idea of love? Are you in love with the idea of a relationship? This is gonna go on for a minute, so stay tuned for part 3. We'll get to the end, don't worry.